Hi, it's me, Caroline, again. I hope you are having a beautiful day. I am. I have just finished working right now. It's the tax season. For those who are in the US, they understand that language. It's the time when people prepare their taxes. And I have been here and I'm on my way home. I had a special request. A week ago or so, I did Let's Talk About Money, and I did an in-depth of what I perceive that I needed to speak and pour out my heart about money. The interesting thing about that video was I got a request to personalize it a bit and just come down to the basics of what I think about money. And this is still personal. I still haven't gone to the business aspect about it. This is what I'm pouring out this year, the business and life tips for 2023. So let's talk about money. As I said in the other one, and I still want you to catch me right, money is a spirit. For you to receive money, for you to enjoy money, you really have to appreciate it, you have to honor it, and you have to value it. You also have to find ways to generate income in whatever way. One hand sometimes is not enough, and especially in the times that we are having right now. So I would encourage you to really try and generate income. So I want you this year to write a money script. What are your money goals for this year? How much income do you expect? What do you want to use it for? So I want you to write down your budget. That is personal. Everybody knows their budget, even if you do it in round figures, as you know how we used to be told. But in mathematics, when you were young and in elementary, that round it to the nearest hundred. So you're going to round your expenses probably to the nearest hundred. And why I usually say that, it makes it easier. Let's say your expenditure for food for a month is $275. So you round it to 300 because there are those days when you have visitors, when the thing that you want is not on sale. So irrespective, and I'm going to tell you why I wanted to round it to the closest 100. So you put money goals, you write down, that's the first thing that we're going to do. I'm just going to tell you 5 things that we're supposed to do today. So the money tips for personal is write down your money goals and also write down your budget. You know your expenses, how much you spend on your utility. If you're like me, how much you spend a month for gas. Start tracking your gas expenses for how much you put gas in your car. And for those who are from my beautiful land of Kenya, petrol, as they call it back in Kenya and in my African continent, but it's gas here. So how much are utilities? How much do you pay for your electricity? How much do you pay for your power, for your gas, and for your trash? They all come together as utilities. How much do you pay for your cable if you have, or if you're streaming, what are the expenses? How much is your mortgage, your rent? It's January, so the house taxes are due. So those are the things that relate to your personal, if you have personal expenses. So write down your budget. And in that budget, also write down your income. Like for me, I have various forms of income. I am a tax accountant, so I have the tax accounting. I'm a business coach. There's income coming and the other things, and consulting, which I do very often. The other thing that we want to be, this is something that I'm really saying for you and I this year, let us be aware of our spending triggers. Be aware of our spending triggers. I know, like now, for those that are in the US, you're going to start seeing advertisements about clothes, about cars, those nice things that we want to feel that we want to spend, because a lot of people, if you have a family, and even if you're single, you still get a refund, whether big or large, it depends on your taxation process. So a lot of people during this time have a lot of money, especially, and I'm really talking to my US audience because I believe that we can change the trajectory of this year if we become aware of our money habits. How do we become aware of our money habits? Is when we identify our triggers. So don't feel compelled to do something that is not part of your budget. And also, in part of that budget, I also want you to put your spending money. For me, I'm a woman. I need to have my nails done. I need to have my hair done. And I need to have those little things that women buy, the perfume, the lip gloss, and all those nice things. Always have a budget for that, so that even for me, I usually have a budget every month for those things. I have to. And for those who are like me who have pets, I have a budget for my cats, that this is the amount that I'm going to spend on them on food. So after the budget, I said it's the trigger. So you are going to be aware of those things that trigger you to go and spend your money and you had not planned to. There are expenses that are emergencies that come forth. But please, please, please be aware of your spending triggers. What are my spending triggers? As I told you in the last video, I'm very compassionate. So it's very easy for me when you come with a sob story for me to just not even think about myself or my financial needs and just give to you because of your need. And especially for us who are here, sometimes a lot of us, we are triggered by our family and by our relatives and even our friends back home in Africa. So be aware of your triggers. Oh, and even here, if you are people who like shopping, be aware, don't go online. If you don't need it, don't. I was going through my clothes the other day and I was like, I need this, I don't need that. When you look at your shoes, go through your shoes. Do you need to buy new shoes? So for me, and I'm talking about the things I love, because believe me or not, if you want to make me happy, let's go shoe shopping. And by the way, I'm a very good connoisseur of shoes. If I bought you shoes, you would love them. I buy comfortable and beautiful shoes and very attractive shoes. When somebody wears them, oh, even for guys, even the men in my life, my brothers, the people that I love, my spiritual fathers, my son, I buy them beautiful shoes, and they can attest to that. The third thing I want you to do is to have an emergency fund. I always love what Dave Ramsey says, and I'm really kind of speaking. And I did a budget some time back I have a group of spiritual daughters I call the Deborah. And in 2020, we did a budget, personal budget. For those in America, for Dave Ramsey, he says that your emergency fund, the first one, which is the first one, should have $1,000. If you're in Kenya, that means 100,000 shillings. Wherever you are. So calculate $1,000 and multiply it with your currency wherever you are in, everywhere you are, because I know I have some people from Australia that have been watching my videos. So please calculate it, $1,000. The other thing, and I'm going to talk, I'm going to talk about debt in the next one. It has just come to my spirit so that I will show you. But this is just the basics. Have $1,000. If you're in Kenya, and pardon my East African friends, I have friends from Tanzania and Uganda, please, let's talk about shillings. I'm talking about the Kenya shilling. It's 100,000. Have 100,000 as an emergency fund. And if you are able to put it in cash somewhere in your house, it's even better, because people have psychologists actually say it's hard for people to use cash money, but it's easier to swipe your card. So if you have that emergency fund, which I always put myself, I build it every year in cash. It is always, you need to put it in cash. And for me, like me who has children, sometimes they don't have access to my cards and they might need something. So I just tell them, go to that pass, the brown pass, they know where it is, and they take the cash. So the emergency fund is to help you for those incidentals that happen. Maybe your car breaks down, maybe your tire bursts, maybe you have a home and you have to call a plumber. It was not part of your budget. It's for those incidentals and those expenses that were not part of your monthly budget, those things that don't happen monthly. Or maybe somebody gets sick at home, like me. If I had a sick relative and they were like, they need money to go to the doctor, they're not part of my budget, but I need to help them. So I will go dig it in my budget and always try try. I was talking this with my daughter Michelle. Try and maintain your emergency fund. When you take out money, try to slowly let it keep in that basics that you always have $1,000. You don't have to finish for the year. If it's there in December, still add up to it. This is now the beautiful part that I want you to catch. Always reward yourself. Always do something that reward yourself. Are you gonna have money aside that it's a reward system? When I work hard, I love the massage. I love going for a nice massage. Or I love going shoe shopping. So I reward myself. That is how I reward myself. You do something that you love, because we need to enjoy life. We need to really appreciate the life that God has given us. We need to celebrate it. We need to enjoy it. So tonight, as I am I'm here in my office building, I would love you to have some money set aside. It doesn't matter how much it is, whether it's 100, 200, whatever. Everybody knows their expenses. There are people who can do with even $20. There are people who love to eat. I have a daughter who loves eating out. So for her reward system is very easy. So, but I want you to enjoy your life. So put money aside to reward yourself. Oh, for that trip that you want to go. Start putting it together. Start having a budget of what you really want. So have a reward system of what you want. The third and final thing that I want to tell you is right now on Google Play or Apple, on the Apple apps, there are apps that help you save. There are apps that help you keep track of your money. The money that comes into your bank, you connect them to your account, you connect them to your app, to your WhatsApp, to whatever. They are there. They show you. I know the bank has the map, the graph that shows what is your expenditure, but these apps are better. Like for me this time, I'm using Mint. I'm not advertising for them. I'm using Mint. So those are apps that help you monitor your money. And the other app, and for me, I was telling a friend the other day, the other app that I use to buy stocks and in a very nice way is called Stash, Stash. So these apps that help you monitor money, help you save money, help you invest, they are there. You just have to Google whichever nation you are. Every country has these apps that you can download them on your phone or on your computer. They will alert you. Sometimes I even know that my account is overdrawn by them. They will alert me that your account is overdrawn. For me, I save money, my emergency fund by cash, and also on my Digit. There's an app here in the US, it's called Digit. I always encourage everybody, my family, my kids, they have it. You save your money. You save your money, you give it an assignment. I have a Digit where I have the emergency fund, the travel, the donation, the outreach. I have an outreach fund. If I'm told there's a need somewhere back home, wherever, whether it is for the people in Kenya or anywhere else, I have a Digit. So I just take that money. So it doesn't spoil, because if we can budget these things, if we can be aware of our spending habits, that is the most important thing that I need you to be aware this year. What are your spending habits? What are you involved with? Are you so involved in your church? Are you so involved in an organization? Are you so involved in helping your family? Whatever you're involved in, have money set aside for that. So that way you don't even feel pressed by people. You don't feel that people are pressuring you because you need to do. So whatever you're involved in, whether you love giving to the Red Cross, put money aside for giving to the Red Cross. If you love giving to your church, put money. And if you're a Christian, and pardon me, I believe in tithing and offering. So those are things that you need to pay attention. So you have to just be aware, where is your money coming from? Where is your money going? Just have a nice, what can I say, in a very beautiful way, just have a very beautiful relationship with your money. And when next time, I'm going to do the part 3, I'm going to talk about debt. I'm going to talk about the debt because I learned a lot of lessons during COVID about debt. There are things that let them slide, but they really, really affect us mightily. And especially when you don't have an income, debt is not good. So that's the next thing I will tackle about debt. I love you. I told somebody I'm just going to be very minimal in my time so that even as you drive, you can listen to me and share this video and let us just have an amazing life, because I'll be giving the business and life tips this year. And right now we are talking about money. I'm trying to be personal because as a business coach and a life coach, you first start from the person within. If you yourself are not strong, if you yourself are not taking care of yourself, if you yourself are not paying attention to you, you cannot be able to give to the world. You first have to love yourself, you have to be aware of yourself, and you have to do excellent by yourself. So I love you. I need to go home, and I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. This is Saturday, the 21st, and I'm so thankful that you and I are here. So be blessed, and I pray for God's mercies and love and grace upon your life. And this year, trust God and believe God that it's going to be beautiful. That is my prayer for you, and I know God has good plans for you. I always love the word in Jeremiah 29:11 that I have good plans for you, plans to give you a hope and a future, and not to do you harm. So be encouraged, love yourself, pay attention to yourself, be kind, be loving, and I know we'll have an amazing year. So it's just me, Rev Caroline, signing off. And for those in the US, if you need your taxes done, please DM me. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you, and God loves you more. Bye.